Hello, lovely yogi. Welcome to Flow with Shreya. I'm Shreya, and today I'm going to be talking about Yin Yoga. Stick around if you're new to Yin Yoga or haven't even heard of it before, because I'm going to be going over the philosophies and explaining all about the practice, as well as the benefits of Yin Yoga in this video. So if you want to learn more about Yin, come flow with me. So what is Yin Yoga? Yin Yoga is a practice that combines traditional Chinese medicine philosophies as well as yoga postures and philosophies to stimulate the inner energy or qi within our bodies and restore balance. Qi, the inner energy, flows through various meridian lines or pathways along our body found along the connective tissues and organs. So when we practice Yin Yoga, we stretch and compress our connective tissues and organs to stimulate the flow of energy along these meridian lines. If you've practiced Yin with me before, you know I always start with a reminder of the three main principles of Yin. In a Yin practice, we come to our appropriate edge, finding a level of discomfort as we bring our bodies into various shapes and postures. Now, the level of discomfort within each posture and within your practice is totally up to you. It can range from a tiny bit of discomfort all the way to immense discomfort. The second tenet of Yin is that we find stillness. Stillness allows all of the benefits of coming into our appropriate edge to take place. Stillness allows us to create the change within not only our physical bodies, but also our minds. The third tenet of Yin is that we stay for a time. This is one of the main differences between a Yin practice and a Vinyasa style practice or a Yang practice, which is much more active. In a Yin practice, we remain still in our appropriate edge in each posture for anywhere from 3 to 6 minutes, sometimes even longer. During this time, we allow our muscles to relax and put therapeutic stress on our connective tissue as well as our skeleton. And this is where the change takes place. Staying in these positions for a longer period of time helps us increase our flexibility physically as well as mentally. So while there are physical benefits in a Yin practice, such as increased flexibility, much of the work in Yin Yoga is inner work. The physical benefits will come over time, but the mental benefits are almost immediate for many of us that start practicing Yin Yoga. Inner change precedes outer change when it comes to a Yin Yoga practice. Speaking of the benefits, some of the physical benefits of Yin Yoga, as I mentioned before, include flexibility. Increased flexibility over time as you practice Yin Yoga regularly and consistently. Another physical benefit of practicing Yin Yoga is improving the imbalances created within our bodies through our postural habits and repetitive actions that we do daily. You may have noticed that one side of your body feels tighter than the other, or maybe your shoulders are beginning to round forward, creating a bit of a tech neck because most of us spend a lot of time on our phones or in front of our computers, and this is totally normal. But by practicing in a Yin style and practicing in a way that opens up some of our tight muscles and compresses some of those stretched out muscles, helps us counteract these postural habits. Yin Yoga also has energetic benefits like moving the stagnant energy within our bodies. And by doing so, we create balance within the meridian systems and lines in our bodies, helping our bodies function efficiently. Practicing Yin Yoga is also a form of practicing mindfulness, and mindfulness in itself has immense mental and energetic benefits. There are also emotional benefits when it comes to practicing Yin Yoga. Yin Yoga can be a meditative practice, which can help us bring calmness and peace within our minds. Over time, the practice of Yin Yoga can also help us increase our active attention and decrease our passive or reactive attention. Turning inward and finding stillness in these postures also gives us a great opportunity to confront emotions that might come up and to work through discomfort within our bodies our minds, and our hearts. I'll be completely honest, even though I had heard of the benefits of Yin Yoga, the first time I practiced, I felt like I was kind of doing nothing and wasting my time. This might have been a product of our short attention span, distracted, instant gratification lifestyles we tend to live. And I know many others have felt this way too, but I'm so glad I stuck with it because sitting in stillness, working through the discomforts, is such a powerful practice. It really creates change and improves your day-to-day life. Spending 5, 10, 30, or 60 minutes in a yin practice has really benefited my day-to-day life. The way most of us live our lives today is very young. It's very active and energetic. That's just the way most of the world is, which is why practicing the opposite, practicing yin, is a great way to balance those energies within us. The energy of yin is feminine, it's deep, it's slower, and this practice can even be a cooling practice as opposed to an active practice or an active exercise which creates heat within our bodies. So practicing yin yoga gives us a chance to balance these energies within our bodies and our minds. When practicing yin yoga, you can use props to enhance your practice, to stretch deeper, or to find that compression within certain postures, although it is not a requirement to use props to practice yin. Some props that I find useful are a bolster, a block, and a blanket. You can also use yoga straps, but take care not to let that transition you into a yang practice. Yin yoga is also practiced with your muscles being cool. You don't want your muscles to be too warm while practicing yin because you don't want that to overstretch your muscles. So if you are practicing yin and vinyasa together, it is recommended that you practice yin first and then yang. While yin yoga can have benefits for almost everyone, there are a few contraindications when it comes to practicing yin. As always, if you have any concerns before starting a new form of movement, you should always consult your healthcare provider. If you have any physical ailments or injuries, you should really be careful when you practice yin yoga, as we spend a lot of time in specific postures. Although we want to find some discomfort in yin yoga, we never want to cross the line into pain. Pain is our body's way of telling us to stop, and we have to listen to that. Never be afraid to take modifications or back off if your body feels like it's crossing the line into pain. Pregnant women should also be careful when practicing yin. While expecting mothers can safely practice yin, it's important to take extra precautions during this time. You want to avoid all the same things you would in a yang practice, such as deep belly twists or laying on your back or belly after a certain time. But it's also important to not overstretch your body during this time. During pregnancy, our bodies release a hormone called relaxin to help our bodies prepare for birth. And because of this, you might find that you're able to stretch a little bit further, or you feel a little bit more flexible, but you don't want to go too far and overstretch your body because of that relaxin hormone. You can always consult a certified yin yoga teacher or a certified prenatal yoga teacher for more information and modifications to take during this time. Although I've gone over a lot of information here, this just scratches the surface. If you want to dive deeper into the meridian lines and traditional Chinese medicine philosophies that govern yin yoga, you can check out the Yin Yoga book by Sarah Powers. I'll link it in the description bar below. Now that you know more about yin yoga, if you want to practice with me, check out my yin yoga playlist. If you learned something from this video, click the thumbs up button down below and subscribe to my channel for yin yoga practice. Be sure to click on the notification bell so you don't miss out on new videos every Tuesday and Friday. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste.